Libra, welcome to I'm the Monad Tarot. Thank you so much for choosing me and trusting me with your reading. I certainly hope and pray that all is well. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. Welcome to new members. Welcome to new subscribers. Welcome to those who are returning. I appreciate your love and support. Become a member here at I Am the Monad Tarot, where we have early access to videos, members-only videos, as well as personal monthly readings. Libra, I'll be doing your reading here from the Grim Tales Tarot. Let me get you some good shuffles in, and we will begin your reading. Give you a nice three-way split. All right, Libra. Libra. Let's get into it. All right. See what we have here for Libra. All right, Libra. I feel like things are going in your favor, going well. I feel like you're happy. You're content. You're satisfied. Okay, with your blessings. I'm hearing with what you built for yourself. Right. I am hearing there's always improvement. Room for improvement. Okay, and for more. I feel like that's your energy, but you're not at all dissatisfied with where you are at in life. I feel like there are many opportunities open to you. Okay. A lot of doors open to you. There might even be, people, businesses, or whatever the case may be that want you, longing for you. Okay, whatever type of work it is that you do. Yeah, you're just in a peaceful state of mind. Okay, at this point in your life, Libra. Okay, and I am hearing good for you. Okay, and I feel like whatever this is about, you work for it. Continue to work. I'm hearing. Okay, strive. I am here. Strive for more. Okay, because you can have more. There's more for you. I feel like that's what you're doing, actually. Okay, but I feel like for you, it's not so much about the result as far as maybe money is concerned. I feel like it's just you living life to your fullest, or trying to reach your full potential. Right. There may have been a time in your life, Libra, where, wait a minute. There may have been a time in your life where you didn't really have much, okay, financially. You weren't doing well financially. Okay, where your world seemed small, where things didn't seem like it was going to grow or expand. You started small here. But I think the thing that worked for you is not so much, it's more so the fact that, yeah, you may have started small, okay? I'm hearing the word insignificant. Of course, you're not insignificant, and the work that you've done is not insignificant, but it may have been viewed as insignificant, or you may have been viewed as insignificant, or the work that it is that you were doing that you were putting out there, but it wasn't. But you were open, I feel like, to the process. Open to growth, open to expansion, open to learning, but more so open to yourself and what it is that you had to offer, and you put yourself out there. And I feel that you were always willing, okay, and are always willing to look at yourself, to be honest with yourself, to see what you can do to grow, what it is that you can do to expand here. Okay, even within yourself, within your own being, learning about yourself. Okay, in a constant state of learning about yourself. Okay, reflecting here on the work that you put out, reflecting on yourself. Okay, how can you do better? How can you be better? I'm here. How can you be smarter? How can you be greater? All right. So I feel like for you, it's like despise not the days of small things. Even when things, like I said, your early beginnings, okay, of the work it is that you do. Okay. I feel like you didn't let that stop you. Okay, I'm hearing determination. Times where you felt stumped. Okay, what is it called? Like, I don't know if you're a writer, okay, but whatever kind of work it is that you do, maybe you are, but like I'm hearing writer's block, okay, when your creativity seemed to be blocked, when it didn't seem like, you know, it was flowing as freely or, you know, flourishing as much, you did not let that get you down. You kept going. And I feel like one thing you might have done, whatever your work is, if you are a writer, I think you are. Okay. You may have, I don't feel like you were the type or are the type, but definitely during these early stages, I don't feel like you were the type to, just because you had writer's block or maybe, you know, creator's block, if that's what you would call it, writer's block I'm hearing, okay, that you would just stop, okay, and wait for some kind of inspiration or motivation. I don't see that. I feel like you just kept writing anyway, knowing that you can go back and look at what you wrote, look at what you put together, and edit what needs to be edited, take out what needs to be taken out, add in what needs to be, you know, added in. I feel like whatever, you just kept going. Okay, no, I don't feel it. This may not sound right. Okay, to the story, it may not seem right, but let me just keep going. Let me just keep writing. Okay, rough draft I'm hearing. Okay. All right, let's see here, Libra. I feel definitely you stayed true to yourself. You didn't the work that you do. Okay, you don't do it based off of how other people do it. Okay, I'm hearing like group think. You're definitely not that type of person. Okay, well, this is how everyone else is doing it, so I'm going to follow suit. Or this is how I was told it has to be done, so I'm going to follow suit. I don't feel that. And that may be one thing that helps you to stand out. Okay? I'm hearing you stand out amongst the crowd. You're not going to be the same as everyone else. You're not going to do what everyone else is doing. You're not going to write the same things that everyone else is writing because, you know, that's what's in for the time being. Okay, you're the type that hold on, I'm sorry. I had my fan on. Okay, I had it on, but I had to turn it on high. Okay, the highest level. It's a warm day today. All right, but you're the type to me, Libra, that the theme of your creative work, okay, even if it's if you are a writer, but whatever your creative work is, it may be something that's not popular. Like I said, you don't go with the crowd, okay, with what everyone else is doing. I feel like, you know, to make a quick buck, okay, because that's the end thing. That's what's trending. That's what's being put out there, okay, to the masses. I feel like you stay true to yourself. You may, the theme of your work, your creative work, your creativity, it may be different. You may be the type that will start off with a, what would you call it? Maybe under, quote unquote, underground, or like people would consider it in time like a cult classic. Your work like cult classics, that type of thing. Or one day, you know, people may scoff at it because it's not the trendy thing. Okay, it may seem different or strange. Okay, or you may put out work that it doesn't fit according to societal rules, your aesthetic. You understand what I'm saying? Like whatever your ethnicity is, cultural background, race, heritage, so on and so forth, gender. Okay, people may, you know, be off put, like, what is Libra, that person writing, why are they writing that kind of work? whatever your race, gender, so on and so forth may be, in general, people that look like you may not be interested in that type of genre of work, okay? But that you're interested in it, and you don't let that stop you. Okay? And that's the work that you put out. And one day, while people may scoff at it, today or yesterday, today they may be they may give it praises. Okay, you may be interviewed and whatnot and asked, on major platforms or wherever. Okay, like what made you, what sparked your interest in this type of in this particular topic, right? I feel because of that, you may have people, okay, that scoff, like I said, at the work it is that you do, the genre, that you work in, the area that you work in, the type of stuff you put out there, and feel like, say things behind your back, oh, Libra's never gonna make it. Okay, why are they interested in that? Or they may, how they do, may, I don't know, just, cast you to the side. Okay, but whatever. Like I said, they may say things like you're never gonna make it, and why are they doing that? Just the silly stuff. Okay, you're not a follower. I heard two things. I heard you're a preacher, you're a reacher. Okay, but I'm not saying that you're a preacher like in a like a religious. The work that it is that you do, people may look at you like that. They may call you like a preacher or something, or they may call you a minister, even though it's not religious. It's whatever work it is that you do. Okay, you definitely have a following. People like your work, and I feel like you're definitely satisfied. You love what it is that you do. It has brought you, some blessings. Okay, it has brought you some abundance. It has brought you a level of prosperity. And I'm not saying you like an A-lister, you A number one and out there like that, but you do have a following, that's for sure. People love the work that it is that you do. Okay, and because you might look your look may not fit your work, like I said, what I was stating earlier. Okay, your genre, that's intriguing all the more to people. See, you're the type of person that people who like your work are people with a mind, critical thinkers, people who are open, people who don't live in a box, people who are different, people who may have been, again, cast to the side. I mean the word castigate. I think that would, let me look it up. Okay. That they would cast to the side, that they would be talked about, labeled like a black sheep. Okay, but yet, maybe like in high school, they might have even been called a nerd or something like that. But as they have grown into themselves and stayed true to who it is that they are, all right, and the fact that they're to castigate, to criticize, scold, or reprimand someone very harshly, usually in a public or formal way. You may have dealt with that. People who like your work may have dealt with that. Okay, but at the same time, these are people who very much stayed true to themselves and did not give into the any kind of public scrutiny or give in to the trendy things of today, or being told who they must be in order to be accepted by, societies, so on and so forth. Okay, they love your work. They love what it is that you do. Okay, and who it is that you are. Okay, and now I'm hearing, as opposed to trending. Okay, your work, either it is trending or it will be trending. I feel like, see, the problem is, especially with social media, the internet, World Wide Web, people steal your shit. Okay. And sometimes people will steal your shit. You don't even know that they've done it. You're just doing your work, putting it out there. And it's a wonderful thing to be able to share it on the World Wide Web quickly, you know, so many people to see. But then you have so many, you know, people out there who are strange, you know, and are thieves, you know, like your energy, want to be you, want to put the type of work out there that you put out there, but it's really not who they are, but they'll steal your shit. Okay. And I feel that, you know, I remember when what is acceptable today on a large scale was looked at as different, was scoffed at, laughed at. Okay. But now it's trending. It's trendy as well. Understand? Okay. So that is an issue here that you have. You may not, I feel like you may have at one point put your work on the World Wide Web, but I feel like you don't anymore. Okay. You may be finding a different way, okay, to put your work out there. You may have had some of your creativity stolen before. Okay. Just by, you know, thieves. Okay. People who lack creativity, people who thought that they could profit off of it. All right. These may have been people that looked at you, maybe thought you were soft. Okay. I feel you, Libra, I just feel like you're peaceful. Okay. You have a very peaceful energy. But I feel also that you know that you are protected. I'm hearing that you're a queen. Okay, because we have the Queen of Cups here. Okay. But you found a better way. You don't mind doing it the old school way. Okay, you don't have to put it out there on the World Wide Web and write your books or, excuse me, whatever it is that you do. Okay, it doesn't have to be put on the World Wide Web. Okay, like on platforms. Oh, let me share my poetic thoughts or whatever, my poetry here on TikTok or whatever. Okay, YouTube or whatever the case may be. Okay, you may just be like, no, I'll go ahead and write a book. Okay, and put my shit out there. Okay, and you know, publish it. The things that may have been stolen from you, any of your work that may have been stolen from you, maybe because you're in a constant state of flow, energy flow, creativity. Your creativity is constantly flowing. Some things you found it better to just, okay, I'm just let that go. Okay, as opposed to trying to pursue every single person who may have stolen some of your work. They didn't get all of it. And they can't continue to do it in the same vein of the same flow because it's not their energy, it's yours. And I feel like that's something that maybe you just kind of settled with. And you know, you probably realize it don't matter anyway. They can't do your work. If they start trying to write like you, it will be very obvious to people that this is not the same author. This is not the same person. And people who may have done that to you, they have not benefited off of it at all. They've gotten nothing out of it. You're the truth here. You're the one with the creativity. You're the one who has brought that's you into fruition. Okay, and I mean, I feel like people who would just do this type of shit, they just end up being stuck. They can't take it any further. It's simply not their work. Right? So you continue to work and just like, okay, you know, it's not a total loss. Some things I'll just let go and move on. All right, let's see. Anything else here? I was thinking back when I heard you're a preacher, you're a reacher. Like I said, for whatever reason, the preacher part I stated, but the reacher I meant to address. Like there are people like yourself, okay, who you reach, okay. They're touched in some way. And I feel like preacher. I heard that. I feel like because maybe there's a spiritual element, maybe that is touched, okay, by those who follow your work. Okay, let's continue on. Anything else for Libra? I really enjoy doing Libra's readings. Like your readings, to me, like when I do them, it's always so interesting. Because some interesting shit have come out for Libra. Like I'd like to meet any Libra that some of these readings I've done have resonated with. I damn sure would like to meet you. Okay, very interesting, almost like otherworldly in some ways. All right, but let's see here. Okay, yeah, these people who have done this to you, they're not going to. There's no success for them. Okay, they can't steal your work and call it their own because they're not you. That's your work. That's your energy. That's who you are. Okay, so it's not going to weaken you. It's not going to set you back in any way. Okay, because I don't feel like it was enough anyway. And I feel like maybe when people did this, you may have been in the very early stages of doing your work or at least putting it out there. Okay, so I feel like I'm hearing it wasn't much. So I feel like some things you may have decided, okay, I'm not going to put up a fight with every single person. I'm just going to allow that to just dissipate because they ain't going to get nothing from it no way. Okay, and you know that. And they didn't. People may, you may be viewed at as kind of cold sometimes. I feel you might be not so much cold, but not isolated either, but you don't let everybody in. Okay, you don't allow everybody into your world and your realm and your circle and all of that. I feel like for you, who you have in your life and who you are is good enough. This is good. You don't want to do any kind of fighting and just having a whole lot of that type of thing in your life here. Okay, and having to fight people constantly, who may always want to try to steal your shit. Okay, all right. Now I don't know where this is. We'll get a 2 of Cups. Maybe you are in a relationship. Okay. This is going a little bit further than I expected, but if you are in a relationship, I feel like it might not be going that well right now. Okay. You may be trying to get out of this relationship. I heard aiming to get out. Okay. I'm hearing power play, so there might be some like control issues there. Anything else here for Libra? I'm not getting. Let me try one more shuffle here, Libra, and see how this may be significant for you. This may be a problematic area for you, maybe relationships. Because I'm seeing the Justice card in reverse. It's just a feeling of like this aspect of your life doesn't feel fair. Okay, I'm here like, why is this always happening to me? Okay, let's see. What do we have here for Libra in terms of relationships? If it seems like it's never going well for them, any answers as to why? Well, it's just that I don't think it's a situation where It just might be the choices that you made in people. Okay, with the Fool card in reverse. I feel like, you know what, your relationships may start off like so sweet, you know what I mean, and loving, and well, seemingly loving and kind and generous and just fun, you know, innocent and pure. And the reality is, you may just end up with people that are unequally yoked. Okay, you are a creative. It's like I'm hearing you a star. I keep hearing that song. I don't even know if I've ever heard this song before. I just hear sometimes readers refer to it. She's a runner. She's a track star. And I don't know anything about that. Okay, I just hear readers refer to it at times. Okay, but now I don't know if you're male or female. Just take it all of this as it resonates. Okay, but I feel like you may find yourself with people that you're not. Who you're unequally yoked, and I don't know if there's some kind of childhood wounding maybe that needs to be addressed. I didn't expect this to go this way, Libra, but maybe some childhood wounding that needs to be addressed. You may love really deeply as well, and I feel like you probably expect that in return, which, you know, that makes sense. You should, okay? But the person I'm hearing, or the persons that you choose to, like, it's almost like I'm hearing tie a knot with, or bind yourself to, okay? It's like it's not an energetic match. And I kind of feel with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it almost gives a feeling of, I don't know if you're being used, or people, okay, I don't know your financial situation, but given the reading, if say you don't have a lot of money now, okay, but the potential is there, all right, that they may see this, they may know this, and they may have an expectation, oh, Libra, you know, gonna have money one day, Libra's gonna be rich. It's almost like, I don't know if you are always giving people money that you're in relationships with, who that may be the only reason that they're really there. Okay, I feel like they do like you, but I'm hearing they don't love you. They don't care enough to stay, like to have your back, okay, when things go downhill for you, because they just want something out of you. Okay, and I'm hearing, and it's not truth. It's like it's not really love. Okay, they want what it is that you have. I'm hearing status. Okay, because like I said, you do have a following. Okay, people do watch you, people do listen to you, like I said, that preacher reacher type thing. Okay, people do listen to you, all right, but it's always unequal footing. So that just may be an area, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, like I said, there might be some childhood wounding that with the Eight of Swords here in reverse that you may need to address, okay, to kind of release yourself here. And damn sure, if you're not listening to your, look at this, if you're not listening to your, look at this, my God, if you're not listening to your intuition, or you don't understand what that's all about, okay, or you don't believe in that, then just don't call it intuition. You know what I'm saying? Call it being insightful. Call it seeing the red flags. you whatever title to it you want to, okay, but pay attention to that. Okay, because I feel like you're not, and I feel like I said, there may be some childhood wounding that needs to be addressed to, like, release you from this devil energy here, because I feel like you get betrayed a lot, all right, in relationships. Okay, I'm gonna end that right there, Libra. We have from the Gaia Oracle deck, Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. Okay, your life path number might be 4. Let's see what we have for Libra. Okay, Ganesha, one of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon, has showed up in your reading today as an omen of good fortune. What has thwarted your progress or prevented you from moving forward will soon be resolved. An obstacle is cleared and you are free to move on. Your plans are now able to come to fruition. Know that everything happens for a reason. The blockages you have faced were in fact a blessing in disguise, an act of divine intervention. Timing and circumstances were previously not favorable, and your efforts would only have ended in disappointment and failure. I'm sorry, the way I'm my words are coming out reading. The path is now clear and the timing is right. Your stars are in alignment. Affirmation: I am protected and guided by a higher power. When the path is blocked, I take this as a sign to wait. I give thanks for divine intervention. When the path is clear, I move forward with ease. All that occurs or does not occur is for my highest good. I certainly hope that resonated with some Libra. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monette Tarot. Hype my videos, please. You all have favor. Peace.